We're all gathered here in your presence, Lord, with arms open wide. Oh, yeah, somebody ought to feel that way. Somebody ought to feel that way. I looked around and I hear two of them. I hear, huh? One was telling us to keep fighting on, and the next one is telling us we need the Holy Spirit to fall fresh. Huh? On me. Huh? Oh. For God, is it anybody here that's got a heart for God? I'm not talking about somebody that's perfect. I'm talking about somebody that got a heart for God. And can't you find a reason to give God glory when you stop and you think that God will still use you in his program because you got a heart for it? Y'all not gonna talk to me. Y'all not gonna talk to me. David was a man after God's own heart, and David had some mix-ups and some hiccups and some problems along the way, but because his heart, God still allowed him to be used. And yes, his son died, but God still kept him and still allowed him to be used. Here's my good friend Peter. You know, Peter had some issues. Anybody know Peter? Some of Peter's issues. Peter had some issues. Huh? If you be honest with your sister Ernestine, can we be real? Peter like some of us sometimes. Huh? Peter understood. Peter knew how to praise. Huh? He knew how to say hallelujah. He also knew how to say a few words that I'm not gonna say it. Well, watch it. Don't do it. Watch it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you mess around and push Peter the wrong way, Peter was subject to check you. Huh? 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 And Brother John, you were singing, keep fight on. You said keep your sword in your hand. Huh? You keep the word of God in your hand. Peter was subject to have the word of God in his hand. But if you mess with it wrong, Peter was subject to have us. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Peter, is anybody like Peter? That you know a few more words than in the beginning God created the heaven and earth. Is there a few more people that know a few more words than let not your heart be troubled? Is there somebody that knows a couple of words? But isn't it a reason to give God glory? Because even though we know some words, even though we've been some places we shouldn't have, even though we've done some things we shouldn't have, God has still allowed us to be in His. Y'all not gonna talk to me. Y'all not gonna talk to me. Because see, one of the things about this, bro Kevin, one of the things about this is that when we look at this, Jesus is encouraging Peter to go on, even though Peter has messed up. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Y'all gonna leave it in Peter. See, if you leave it over here in John, it's not gonna help you none. But if you'll look back on your life, if you'll open it and lift up the rug, if you'll move some things over and look back through your life, you will see that God had a reason to cut you off, but because of His grace and mercy, y'all not gonna talk to me. See, but one thing about Peter hadn't got so far gone that Peter have not. It didn't bother Peter when he missed the mark. Have you ever missed the mark? I'll talk about me. Sister Eunice, I missed the mark. Somebody said, I used to. I used to not tell the truth. But I got saved. And I'm sitting here looking at you like, you didn't just because you got saved didn't mean you got perfect. You got saved. Right here, but Jesus is helping Peter because Peter's condition is tough right now, because Peter is having a hard time going on because of something that you will find back in John chapter 13. Peter is dealing with the situation that he loves God, he loves the Lord, but when the going got tough, Peter didn't hang in there. Have you ever had somebody tell you, I will be there for you. You can count on me. But when the going get tough, what's the tell you? What's it, Brother John? Can't find him here. Looking all around. When the going gets tough. Peter had said in John chapter 13, y'all know this one. He had said in John chapter 13, near the end, he says, I'll go with you even unto death. Jesus tells Peter, he said, verily, verily, I say unto thee, the cock shall not crow till thou hast denied me thrice. He said, not only before the cock crows, you're going to deny me 3 times. Can I deal with it? Can we help me, Lord? Help me deal with it. Because see, my granny had some chickens. And with the chickens, there was a rooster. And any time I spent the night, them roosters was like, they almost like a time clock. Y'all know anything about, anybody know something about the rooster? Anybody from the country? Where you had some chickens and some roosters. And them roosters, and so I learned a lot of stuff about some chickens by talking to her, but we're not doing that today. But them roosters would in the morning. Y'all ain't said nothing to me. It's something, he's saying something here. In the morning, before the rooster crows, in the morning, you're going to be done denied me 3 times. And the indicator is going to mess you up. Because you're going to do it. You're going to deny me twice before the rooster crows. So now I got a timeline to go by. Jesus says to Peter, before the rooster crows, that timeline right there, you're going to deny me 3 times. Peter can't see it happening because Peter has a heart for God and he loves God. And Peter is about to lose his mind because he cannot believe he will do this. But when the rooster crowed, Peter begins to weep. Peter, have you ever cried because I have let God down? Oh, y'all don't want to talk today. Okay, I'll speak for myself. If you ain't never felt bad, then maybe you already don't went to glory. But for some of us, Sister Barb, they struggle. For some of us, Sister Eve, they struggle with life. Sister Ernestine, for some of us that struggle throughout life, it's good to know that Jesus did not throw me away just because I had a bad day. Now, don't get me wrong. Some folks done through. I've had some folks that have thrown me away. Y'all ain't said nothing to me. Y'all ain't said nothing to me. Don't act like that now because you done had some too. Matter of fact, I done threw some away because they had a bad day. Oh, don't look at me funny. Done had all I can see. But Jesus talks to Peter and he says to Peter, what's going on right now might have messed you up, but it didn't mess me up because I already knew you was going to do it before you did it. Is it anybody here? So when you mess up, what we got to do is dust ourselves off, get up and understand who we need to go to. That's not a pass for us to do whatever we want to. So what did he say in John chapter 4? What did he say? He starts off by saying, let not your heart be troubled. This whole lot there. He did not say what somebody else thinks about your heart. He states to us, Sister Linda, he said, do not allow your heart. You control a little bit of that. You don't allow your heart to be troubled. He's telling me. He says, don't you allow. Brother Kevin, he says, don't you allow your heart to be troubled. Sister LaDonna, Sister Marie, he says, don't you, Brother Michael, don't you allow. Don't put yourself in a position that you're going to let your heart be troubled. Because what I want you to know is you believe in God. But I want you to do something else. Right now, I want you to also believe in me. Now, what is the importance of that is that it's according to how Peter is looking at Jesus. You believe in God, but believe also in me. Even though realizing who Jesus is in the Trinity, I want you to know that I want you not only to believe in God, I want you to believe in me. So what are you saying, Jesus? What are you saying? He says, I want you to believe in the words that I'm telling you. I'm wanting you to believe in it. Because I'm fixing to drop some nuggets on you that'll help you along the way. The reason that it's important, y'all know what it says. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also, and whither I go, you know, in the way you know. Thomas says unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus says to him right after that, he says, I got news for you. The reason I want you to believe in me, Brother Kevin, you better get your music ready. He says, because I am the way. And that'll help somebody to understand something right now, is that Jesus is trying to let Peter know that Jesus is saying, Peter, you don't have to throw in the towel now. I know you were ashamed, dust yourself off, get back up, because I got a lot of work for you to do when we flip over the Acts. I just got a little bit longer to go before you got some preaching to do. And sometimes some of our failures can help somebody if we'll dust ourselves off. Jesus says, I am the way. I know you messed up. I know you meant well. Have you ever meant well and messed up? Anybody gonna tell the truth? You meant well, but you messed up. You meant well, but when I stopped back and looked at it again, I messed up. I really got a heart for God. I got a heart for God. Sister, understand on Monday, when somebody talked to you cross-eyed, on Monday, y'all know what I'm talking about. On Monday, you just had to stop off at the gas station, and somebody looks at you all. I'm trying not to do that, Sister Portia. you know what I'm saying? You know, you was having a good day, you was on your way to work, and somebody gives you the single finger wave on the back, backwards. And you driving down the road and you thinking, now what was that about? You got in line, they don't want to wait on you. Or they want to treat you like you nothing and then want your money too. And then I got to sit here and I got to be Christ-like. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. Y'all ain't never had it happen to you. They ain't never treated you like that. You know? And can I tell you something? Don't think I'm just talking about other colors, because sometimes it's our color that'll do it. Jesus says unto him, I am the way, the truth, that's where it is, and the life. So therefore, he says, you want to be connected to me because I'm the one that's got the way, the truth, and the life. And I got news for you. Where you trying to go, you can't get there without going by me. Jesus says, you can't get there without going by me. You don't have to be perfect. You got to try to do the best you can, but you got to love God. Is there anybody in here that don't have it all together, that it messed up sometime just last week, but you got a heart for God? Is there anybody here that don't nobody want to be no lying witness? I know somebody got to start it in order for it to go. No. I want to be like Peter. Now, I messed up. I don't have to wait for somebody else to register that they messed up. I messed up, but I got news for you. I got a heart for... Y'all don't want to play with me. I'm not bragging. This is not bragging. Is there anybody in here? Don't fool me now. Some of you know good way to talk to people where you shouldn't talk to them. Talk too fast. You throw out stuff too quick, but it doesn't mean you don't love the Lord. It does not mean I don't love the Lord because just because I follow along the way don't mean I'm not trying. Y'all don't want to talk to me. Jesus said, Peter, I know you were trying and your intentions. Peter got so far in this thing, Sister Portia. that Peter started cussing the last time. Peter just started cussing. He had lost everything. Peter, can I help you? Then I got to get out of here. It's like Peter left his religion at the door. I know religion is a practice. He left it. Have you ever put yours down? I don't know if you ever had it if you put it down. Because if he didn't give it to you, if he gave it to you, how do you put it down? Oh my goodness. Songwriter said you better carry Jesus everywhere you go. You're going to need him in your business everywhere you go. I'm ready, we're about ready to get out of here. Lord, help me. I just want you to know that we do not want your heart to be troubled. That does not mean it shouldn't bother you. What Jesus is saying to Peter, if you're alive, help me, Lord. What Jesus is saying to Peter is when you go through and you mess up, it don't bother you. But Jesus is telling him right now that in this part of it, Peter, you need to get over this thing. Y'all ain't talking to me. Okay, I'm talking to myself. Some stuff that's happened into your life, you need it's time to get over it. It's time to get over it. Some stuff that's happened in our lives, we shouldn't be carrying grudges for no 20, 30 years. It's time to get over it. He says, let not your heart be troubled. I know it bothers you, Peter. I know it bothers you, Peter, but I got more work for you to do. But now we can't do this work if you want. I can't use you the way I need to use you as long as you carry on the fact that something that I knew you was going to do anyway. So what I need you to do right now, Peter, is I need you to get over this so we can move on. Can I help us, Rocky Ridge? Help us, and maybe I'll just help myself. There are some things in life that I got to get over because we can't move forward until we get over this thing. We can't get over, and you may have to remind me of this, but I'm standing here to deliver what God has given me to deliver. And what I've got to deliver to you is there's some stuff that we got to let go of in order for us to be able to move forward. Let not your heart be troubled. How am I going to make it, Sister Eunice? Because that stuff is still in my mind. He said, you believe in God. Believe also in me. You got a heart for God? It's time to let some stuff go. Maybe I'm not talking to you. Maybe I'm just talking to me. But whoever I'm talking to, it's time to let some stuff, let it go. I wasn't even in the intention, Sister Portia being right there. But we're there now. So maybe it was meant to set on me. Huh? You can't run from it all the time. Sometimes you got to stand and take it. And yeah, so the doors to my Father's house are open. You can come today as a candidate for baptism. If you truly believe that Jesus hung, bled, and died and rose again, if you truly believe that, now believing it is not going to save you. You got to make a confession. I didn't set the rules. You got a heart for God. God definitely got a heart for you. You know, he loves each and every one of us. Now, he loves each and every one of us. And while they're getting ready to sing, I want you to know something. He loves Democrats. He loves Republicans. He loves blacks. He loves whites. He loves males. He loves females. He loves kids. He loves older, elderly. He loves every one of us. And if we say we love him, we ought to love him too. Lord, I worship you.